I'm all about that UFC, dude. I love me some UFC. And the biggest star in the UFC is Ronda Rousey. She's one of the biggest stars. I mean, what happened to all, uh, it's we need somebody to talk about. We need somebody to watch. And love her or hate her, she is the face of the UFC, the women's division, and I think overall UFC. I mean, look at all the guys that have left: Saint Pierre, Anderson Silva. I mean, these are guys that are getting old. Even like last card, you see Rua getting older. Henderson, fuck, he's still at it. You see all Mashida's gone, Rampage. I mean, all these stars, quality stars, that we paid to watch. Their prime is pretty much over. So Ronda Rousey is. I could see why Dana White would want her to be the face of not only the women's division but overall UFC. She's a big draw. She is kicking ass. She is destroying opponents. I mean, who is left for Ronda Rousey? And Miesha Tate. Miesha Tate, I know. Miesha Tate has lost twice. Armbar. Excuse me. I just feel like Miesha Tate is the only one that has, really given her a competitive match. I mean, they've gone to the second round on the last fight. Of course, they could get somebody else against Ronda, but honestly, and then we want that Cyborg fight, but let's say with the Cyborg fight's not for a while. Cyborg still needs to drop weight. But Miesha Tate, I always figured like she's just as built as Ronda. She used to be champion. I mean, she's not very old. She's 29 years old, and I believe Ronda's 28. So these girls are in their prime. These girls are definitely in their prime. And I feel like Miesha Tate, the last fight, I felt like she had a good chance of winning that fight. But then you got to figure, at all that time, Ronda has just gotten better. Her striking has gotten better. She's a force to be reckoned. I still don't like her, but you got to give props where props is due. I feel, though, Miesha Tate, gut feeling, she'd probably lose the third match. She probably would. But there is still that possibility that she might win it. It might be a Ali Frazier. Ali got 2 fights. That third fight, he barely won because I guess Ali was about to quit. But, Ali got those 2 fights. That one fight, though, Frazier got him. I think this is a reversal. I think Miesha Tate could shock the world and beat Ronda if they ever go to a third fight. She has the possibility. It's not a very high possibility. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. Ronda is on a level that, she is. I read somewhere that she's ahead of the game. She's definitely, this women's division is very, very new. There's not a lot of girls that they signed yet. She's definitely, what's the saying? She's ahead of her time. She's ahead of her time. That's a big saying, So the only competitive, really, person out there that has given her a run for her money is Miesha Tate. And I feel, I'm saying that Ronda would probably beat her. She'll probably beat her in the first round because Ronda has improved that much. But don't count out Miesha Tate. I think Miesha Tate has probably the best chance of making that upset. The problem with the last fight I had with her was her cardio, of course. But not only that, was her walking through those judo throws. Like, she would constantly try to pressure Ronda, and she would get caught with those judo. Those judo throws is the reason why her cardio went. She got her ass. She was getting flipped around left and right. I mean, she didn't have a very good game plan. She was just going straight into him, She didn't back away. She didn't try. I don't think she even tried to really take her down as much. I mean, Ronda is still a beast on the ground as well. She does have those submissions. But those judo throws really fucked her up. It really fucked her up. So coming into this third fight, if it were ever to happen, I would think Dana would be like, okay, the Cyborg fight is not... It's not going to happen unless, Chris Justino lose that weight. Then we'll figure that shit out. But I need another fighter to fight Ronda. why not make it a trilogy? Make it Ronda Miesha Tate. There's bad bloods there still. I mean, it's not as bad as his last fight, with the shit talking, but it's still there. Especially the Ultimate Fighter. It was very entertaining to watch that. Those two go back and forth. I would just think the next fight for Ronda should be Miesha Tate, or at least give Miesha Tate another shot at her. Miesha Tate has been winning lately. Not very impressive, but she's been winning. Takes heart. Wall Street. But I think if you want people to say, okay, this is worth paying my money for because I know the history of it and it might go the other way, I think Miesha Tate is your girl. Like I said, they're both in their primes, honestly. I thought Miesha Tate was a lot older, but she's only 29, which is kind of shocking. Maybe she isn't 20. Maybe that was just a typo because I thought she was older, but I think she's 29. And like I said, Ronda, I believe, is 28. So those two have a lot more fight in them. And I would just really enjoy a trilogy, just to cap it off. And to see if Miesha Tate would, would be the difference coming into that fight. But, I mean, I think Ronda is somebody, I think we watch Ronda, even if you like her, there's always that in the back of your head, like, fuck, what if she loses, That'd be the craziest fucking upset ever. Because nobody has anybody beating Ronda for a long time. So unless they get some new blood in there, unless they definitely get this Justino fight going, even I think Justino Cyborg would, I think she would lose, And she's slapping Ronda with this lawsuit because Ronda was talking about steroids of her. I mean, it's such ridiculous, so much bad blood between those two, so that'd be an intense fight. But I think before we hit that fight, I think if you want something that's intriguing, you want something there's a possibility where it could go either way. Well, most likely Ronda's way, but it could happen. I would love to see a Miesha Tate Ronda 3. And I like the rivalry. I think the bad blood is great. You could take it. You just don't take it too far. You could talk shit, this and that. It makes it more, gets the ticket sales going up, entertaining. But when you talk about somebody's personal life, like their family and stuff, or death, like the suicidal or whatever, like Korora did, it's taken a little bit too far. And Miesha Tate has definitely a statement on that, where she was kind of rooting for Ronda to beat Kora's ass, and that's exactly what she did. But that's basically about it. That's all I want to talk about. I wonder what you guys think. Do you guys want a Miesha Tate Ronda Rousey 3? Let me know. Comment below, and I will answer all you guys' questions. So if you haven't already, subscribe, like the video if you like it, and comment below. All right. Thanks, guys. Dan Man, a.k.a. Daniel Sons.